What's up guys, it's Nathan, and today I'm going to be showing you a few different lock builds you can make on NBA 2K26. No preamble today, let's just get right into it. But first, like and subscribe for more like this. Now the first build I'm going to be showing you today is a 6'7", more of a perimeter lock, more of an on-ball defender. This is going to help you keep up with those fading cheesers in park and rec. Now, I don't know if there is a full-on solution for them, but I think this gets as close as you can. Now, first I'm going to show you kind of an outline for this build. As you're going to notice here, let's start with defense. Perimeter defense, I just went up to 94. The idea here is simple. You put your 5 cap breakers into perimeter defense, go up to 99. You get most of your badges at Hall of Fame or Legend at that rate. And the ones that you don't get at Legend, you can put max +1, max +2s on. Go with the defense specialization. And there you go. Steel, we have at 85 for right now, and this will get you gold interceptor. Now, I do have versions of this that you could put it at 91 or even all the way up to 94 if you want. 85 at least should get you deflections and passing lane steals. Now, with these other parts of defense, interior defense, we have a 60, block at 74. This is for paint patroller on bronze, as well as we have high flying denier on bronze. Probably want more block and or interior defense, but if you're going just for a perimeter lock, this is probably bare minimum still. Physicals, we have them very high. Speed is a 90, agility is an 86, and eventually this will help you get your defensive badges on both menace and pick dodger up to higher badge levels. Strength, we have an 85, so you have immovable enforcer on gold. Another option for you to use your max +1 or max +2 on. Vertical, we have at 70 just for pogo stick on silver, and also to help get jump contests on shot attempts. Moving swiftly along, we have rebounding at 60 just so you are able to get rebounds if they come your way. Like, this isn't a back end, this is playing the front of a zone. So I mean, if you need to rotate, this will help, just in case. Playmaking, of course we don't specialize with our playmaking, but I have our pass accuracy up to 55 at least to get bronze dimer. Ball handling speed with ball just come up with speed, so this is just where they end up. Shooting, we put the 3-point shot at 83. These kind of builds, typically you're not going to be creating your own shot. Rather, you're going to get your lead guard to pass to you on the hash or in the corner. You can make a pretty good jump shot with 83. Mid-range comes up with a 73, but you could easily go up to 75 if you wanted sharpshooter takeover, but I left it at 73. Free throws at minimum right now. Of course, this is highly dependent on what kind of mode you play. If you play something more like rec, proving grounds, or pro-am, you might want free throw up to be hittable. Otherwise, if you're playing something like park, of course, free throw isn't necessary at all. Finishing, now this is more for like your cuts, right? Because once again, you're not creating your own shot, you're not driving to the lane with the ball or anything. But if you're going on like a cut or a 45 cut, 75 driving dunk will get you Devin Booker dunk package. And just like last year, it's a very good dunk package, so that's what I recommend. Standing dunk at 40, just so that if you get hit late on those passes, you can put the ball up anyway. And this is what I would consider kind of the bare minimum for a lock. Now, if you want to play around with this is kind of up to your discretion. What I would think about doing personally is first going over to mid-range shot, put that up to 75, just so you have a sharpshooter take as an option. Of course, the other option you have is glue and hydration hero, obviously. You probably want to use glue, but if you're having trouble shooting, you might think about using sharpshooter take. Another option I would do is to put layup up since you're able to. This will just help you finish in traffic. I would go up to 70. You also get float game on bronze, which admittedly is not a huge upgrade from no badge, but having a badge is better than no badge. This has been true the last several 2Ks. Something else you can do, you can put the standing dunk up to 45 if you want, just for the one hand simple dunks. Defense, you either want it 74 for the paint patroller badge. You can go up to 78 as well as 74 vertical for high flying denier on silver, or you could go up to 84 as well as 70 interior to get paint patroller on silver. Now this makes you a little bit more versatile as a defender, and honestly this is what I would recommend. It also helps once again on your contest having a higher block rate. I would also think about going higher on vertical. 74 is all right. 77 gets you gold pogo stick and only 3 more attributes more. That's kind of an easy choice. Now, other options you can do, you could put driving dunk higher. I believe you can go all the way up to an 87 if you would like. You probably move things around and go 89 if you want, but that is definitely an option. What I like doing personally is putting pass accuracy up so it's not like completely terrible. 71, I mean, your passes are going to be slow and a little off sometimes, but you get silver dimer at least. Not that you need dimer this year because everyone can hit any shot possible, it feels like, but that definitely helps. Another place I would go is probably defensive rebound. Go up to 70, get box out beast. Once again, it's just for a badge. And then I might, since I'm more of a fives player, I might go more into free throw. It's 66, which isn't super great, but if you find a free throw routine you like, you could probably hit them at a pretty high rate. Not saying you're automatic, but not like a 0. So yeah, this is one version of a 6-7 lock you can make. Very high physicals, high perimeter defense, steal's pretty good, not great. You can defend down low a little bit in rotation, get rebounds occasionally. You can swing the rock when you need to. You can hit your shots. You can finish decently. Overall, a little more well-rounded, but definitely mostly defense and physicals. By the end of this, you're going to get shades of Ron Artest, Doug Christie, and Dyson Daniels. And you'll get the archetype name of Physical Disruptive Lockdown, which I think is a pretty fun name. To be honest with you, I haven't seen anyone with this name on 2K this year. So if you want unique points, maybe you go something like this. Now, another way you can make this is you say, okay, well, I don't need all this. Maybe I stop at 78 for the high flying denier on silver. You go up steel to 91, get glove on gold. Have that as another option from either cap breakers or max +1, max +2s. Now, I did have to put pass accuracy down, but again, you can switch the details around a lot and make it work for you. I just like, with the layup and dunk, I just like being able to finish at the rim regardless of how I get there. So like, these are kind of the minimum you want to be able to do it semi-consistently with no traffic. Then once again, I'm more of a twos player. Once again, I'm more of a fives player, so I might go higher free throw, and you get 83. Put an extra point in post control. And at this point, you get shades of Doug Christie, Derek White, and Ron Artest. You also get the name Physical Disruptive Lockdown. Again, not too bad. If you want to focus more on the perimeter side, the on-ball side, that's another way to do it. Finally, I'm going to show you like a build I personally wouldn't make because the pass accuracy is only at 55, but at 55, you still get bronze dimer. This kind of build that I'm making focuses a lot on the perimeter side. This will assume that glove becomes a good badge this year, so you'll get those on legend, glove and interceptor that is, with 5 cap breakers on steel. So until you're thinking about 10, 5 for perimeter defense and 5 for steal. And just put the driving dunk up to 80. And with these last 2 points, I guess I'll go free throw. So you're automatic, that is one way to do it. Of course, you can change it up a little ways. Shades of Doug Christie, Michael Cooper, and Jimmy Butler. And you get Physical Disruptive Lockdown. I swear there was a build I get Physical Clamp Thief. If you change things a certain way, you can get Physical Clamp Thief if you want that name. I am going to get this build eventually if I can remember how I did it. Now, this last version is kind of a funny version because you get 87 driving dunk and you can get posterizer on silver. I don't know if this is the smartest way to go about it because you aren't playmaking yourself, getting yourself open, but this is a possible route you could go. Shades of Doug Christie, Dyson Daniels, and Ron Artest, and you get two-way Bulldozer, which is a bit of a catfish because they're probably thinking, oh, really strong and finish really well. Well, there's a lot more of the two-way than the Bulldozer with this archetype, but this is another route you could go. And that's all for the 6-7. You got lots of options there. Next one I'm going to show you is more of a back end. This is your 6'9" small forward, near minimum weight, max wingspan. Context, I've been hearing a lot lately about how 6'9" locks are the wave this year. Saw a little bit of a few of them, but I promise I didn't copy any of them on purpose. If you find ones that are similar, it's just because 6'9s get a lot this year. So this one is what I came up with. The paramounts here, you're going to look at defense first. 89 interior defense along with 99 block. It's Paint Patroller on Legend. As you can see right here, 89 interior, 99 block. We also have High Flying Denier up to Legend with the 99 block, and we have 85 vertical on here as well. If we go back to this screen, you're also going to be able to get up to 92 perimeter defense. Now with this one, I have a few cap breakers built in, so I have it stuck at 90 for now. But you put 2 in here, get 92. You'll get on-ball menace gold, challenger gold. Steal I have at 85. Now, like I said, this is more of a back end. It can switch on to ball if you need it to. Hell, if you're running against a small team, you could probably put this as center and be all right, just because of the high interior block and solid rebounding. But these are kind of what you want to go for on defense. Now, if we move over to physicals, I try to get 85 speed, 85 agility. From a lot of different accounts that I've heard, this is the wave this year for locks. Strength is only a 72, so your removable enforcer is only at bronze, but this is an opportunity to put a max +1 or a max +2 on. Vertical at 85, like we said before. You get Hall of Fame pogo stick, eventually legend high flying denier. I mean, this is incredible. You're gonna be jumping out the gym with the 99 block and the 85 vertical. Now, if we move around to the rest of this build, playmaking, again, I don't have extremely high. 65 pass accuracy is just so you have break starter on bronze and you're not completely a liability there. Same with bronze dimer. Now, I put it this high because you have 80 defensive rebound. You will be able to get some rebounds. If you need to throw it down to someone, you can. Not that you're going to be the main one getting rebounds or throwing the outlets anyway, but it is possible to do it and not throw it out of bounds every single time. Ball handle and speed with ball came up with the speed, as you can see here. Shooting, we have it as high as we can get it on this build, an 83 ball. And once again, there are solid jump shots you can put with your 83 pointer. You don't get limitless range at all, but you'll get Deadeye, Set Shot Specialist, and Shifty Shooter at least. And this year, shooting is piss easy. You can just do whatever you want. Mid-range came up with the 3-pointers you can see here. So 70 is minimum. Again, if you wanted to tweak this, you could probably go up to 75 to get your sharp shooter takeover. Free throw, I just had extra points at the end. This is as high as I could get it. Finishing is going to look a little wonky. And that is because, well, first of all, standing dunk had to come up with vertical. Post control came up with strength. Close shot came up with vertical as well. Driving layup and driving dunk are what's left. Now, the way I have these laid out right now, 71 driving dunk doesn't get you a whole lot of greatness, although there are some solid dunk packages you could use at 70. But if you put 5 cap breakers into your driving dunk, you will get all the way up to an 87 for that silver posterizer. And I will show you that here in just a moment. But I just wanted to show this screen so you have the totality of what a 6'9 lock can be, what it can look like. And if you're running a Pro-Am team, I mean, this is as close to great as you can get. As close to ideal of a back end as you can really get. You know, you're able to finish plays at the rim, eventually with your cap breakers. You can shoot when you're open. Defense is not even a question mark. Rebounding, you'll be all right at. Physicals, once again, are very high, aside from strength. But once again, I don't know if strength is super important this year, especially if you're not like defending on ball. And even then, max +1, max +2, those help you out a ton. So let's just see the shades. Shades of Gerald Wallace, OG Anunoby, and Cooper Flag. Your archetype is a lockdown defender. And here's that 6'9 build once again in the My Career attribute page. If we go over to cap breakers here, you will see driving dunk starts at 71, +4 is 75, +4 is 79, +3 is 82, +3 is 85. Finally, +2 is 87. Wow. You wanted the driving layup up as well? You could do that as an option. Starts at 56, +8 is 64, +6 is 70. That's probably a good spot just so you have physical finisher on bronze. But if you wanted to keep going, +5 is 75. You get layup mixmaster on bronze at that point. And then 80 layup will get you physical finisher on silver. So you can be really solid at finishing plays at the rim doing that. Otherwise, of course, you start with your block, getting that up to 99, and your perimeter defense, getting that up to 92, which, I mean, is only 7 cap breakers. Like, I have 6 right now, and that's not including the build specialization. So if I were to do defensive build specialization, I would already have 8, you know, if I max that out, that is. So I could already do max out my perimeter, max out my block, and then, you know, you could go speed as well. That's another option, of course, or like passing if you wanted to help that out. But you're just trying to play to your build strengths and play that role, probably go driving dunk next, honestly. Like, yes, you can't create your own shot, but if you're driving to the rim or cutting and your guard passes to you, you can really finish the play at the rim. Obviously, there's a bit of a skill gap there because you're only up to 87, but you have a decent chance. So yeah, guys, those are my lock builds for 2K26 Season 1. Overall, I think if you're trying to build a lock this year, you got to focus on physicals and you got to focus on defense. I mean, that kind of goes without saying, but not just your perimeter defense and steal if you're guarding outside. You also have to put block up pretty high, because the way the contests are, you got to jump at them. I mean, they could obviously change it. You know, season 2 is just about a week away from when I'm recording this, but block and vertical are super important for defensive builds this year. I wouldn't say just defensive builds, but like any build. You know, if I make another guard next time, I'll probably put at least 68 blocks so I can like get the high flying denier on bronze at least. That is what I would recommend. Of course, you want to be able to hit a 3, corner 3, up on the wing. You know what I'm saying? Those are my locks. Those are the locks I'm thinking about making this year. Actually, this 6-9 is probably, if I get more into pro-am play, I will probably make this 6-9. I mean, it just looks insane. I like being able to help anywhere. This build does that in spades, man. But yeah, that's gonna do it for me, guys. I appreciate y'all for watching, and I will see y'all next time. Peace.